why resident. So this whole trip is moving boundaries, supported by Shell Foundation and FCDO UK government. They have a beautiful program called initiative called Power. Supporting a lot of organizations who are working towards increasing the number of women in the ratio of women sitting and doing a 9-to-5 job. Sometimes a lot of women give up on career opportunities, especially from the lower income groups, because flexibility becomes a major issue. They cannot do a 9-to-5 job and still take care of the family. So for them, it's a beautiful opportunity to either work for 4 hours or 6 hours at their own vision will whenever they are free. They don't have to continuously work for 30 days. They can work for 10 days, take a 2-day break, then they can work whenever they are free. So there are a lot of opportunities which can actually help women get on board in these kind of livelihoods, but unfortunately there is a lack of awareness as well. So we are on this trip, moving boundaries, with where I will be covering about 11,111 kilometers in 40 days, a little bit here and there depending on how the road conditions are, and covering more than 20 cities across India, trying to connect and collaborate with the organizations who are already working to encourage more women in this sector, showcase their work so that the rest of the country can also learn a lot from these kind of initiatives. Because now, thankfully, every state has an organization like MOVO, or in cases more, where they are they're already doing great work in bringing up women drivers onto the road. So it's time that we showcase the incredible work they are doing, and also let that be as an example for other cities as I move forward. And the reason why these kind of awareness sessions are required now especially is during the pandemic we have seen that many people lost out on their jobs. The one job which remained and sustained was definitely a driver's job or a last mile delivery or a connectivity kind of a job. So, but unfortunately women were not a part of this gig at all. So we can prepare our women going forward in these kind of livelihoods where it becomes very easy for them to get on board and still have a sustainable livelihood. And the focus is also to encourage women to pick up more electric autos, electric scooters, so that it becomes very easy for maintenance, and also they can, whatever amount of work, time they are spending in this kind of livelihoods, they can be able to earn a little more when it is an electric vehicle, because fuel wise they don't have to spend a lot, and maintenance wise also it's like, it just increases their productivity. So I know there are a lot of people here from very mixed walks of life. So my sincere request to all of you would be, in whatever way or form you can, please do your best in encouraging women to first learn how to ride a two-wheeler and use it for her own personal commute. Or we have a lot of women, today we have women from Peaceful Society, where they help a lot of self-help group communities in building up their careers or letting them do their own micro businesses. Ma'am, I would also request you that please encourage them to learn riding or learn mobility as a skill, because they are already doing a lot doing their micro businesses. If we just teach them how to ride a two-wheeler, it's going to increase their productivity much beyond their potential, or that will also encourage them to do more. So for others as well, I would request that please encourage the women in your house. It can be your mothers, your daughters, your sisters, girlfriends, you name it, your partners, whatever it is. If you have any women in your life and if you truly care about her, please get her to be mobile in whichever way she can. Two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, buses, cars, it can be anything. And beyond that, if you see any women who really needs a livelihood, you can please encourage her to become a driver. And you might suddenly say that how can they suddenly become a driver? Like, you may know someone who can be a very good driver or a last mile delivery partner kind of a role. But you may not know how to guide them on how they can do, what are the next steps. If you want to inspire someone through these stories, you can always tell them to. We are also going to extensively share this QR code on our social media. And there is a number, 888-501-6606. If all of you can make a note of it, all you have to send is, let that women sign up on WhatsApp for this. This is a feature where if anybody is interested in picking up mobility, we are going to guide them what has to be done. We are going to conduct a lot of awareness sessions, connect them to several organizations. Like, you may know someone, but you don't know which is the organization which can teach women how to drive. You may not know which is the organization which can give them job roles. So if you sign up with us, we are going to guide them to that particular city, any organization which is working. For example, when we were in Bangalore, there was Taxi, there was Metro Rides. Taxi is a women cabs and dropping kids to school kind of a service, all by women drivers. Metro Rides is exclusive electric three-wheeler autos outside the metro stations. So similarly, there are a lot of other organizations across the country which we are going to meet through my journey, and we will be connecting people who are interested to pick up job opportunities in these kind of roles. Today, even livelihoods is there. Right now, currently they are working in Delhi, Udaipur and other areas, but soon they are also going to come to Goa. So, when they come also, it will be a great opportunity for them. And end of the day, if we have enough number of women drivers out there on the road, they are unknowingly going to make the entire ecosystem very safe for everybody else out there on the road. And especially with Goa, my other passion is traveling. And Goa is like the first place anybody would want to if they are coming to India. That's like by default. The minute we say wherever we go across the country, if we say that we are from India, there are only two names which come to their mind, either Goa or Delhi. Like those are the first. The rest will continue. And Goa has been so tourist friendly from so many years. Even during the COVID time, they were the first ones to actually, get all their hotels fully vaccinated. And today we are staying at Fidalgo. It was impeccable, I can say is one word, because they do have a lot of footfall. Now the tourists are coming back. But the way they have maintained the whole place, be it from the rooms through the sanitation, the entire industry is always being very, very progressive. I would now like to request all of you from the tourism sector to encourage more women cab drivers or more women two-wheeler drivers or three-wheeler drivers. It is a great opportunity for you to showcase this as a very female-friendly travel place as well, when we have enough women as drivers. So I would love to, still again request all of you to find those women in your lives and encourage them to become a part of this mobility sector. And I would definitely want to thank the Department of Transport Goa, and we have the inspector here as well. He would say a few words as well. So it's more than us as civilians or the organizations who are working. It is also important that the government officials take that keen interest. Today their presence here clearly shows that they are up for it and they would do everything which is needed to encourage more women to get into these kind of spaces. So I think we all also have to proactively take up those, take up the inputs what they would want to give. Or if we have any problem also, we can freely approach them. They will definitely be very helpful. I would like Sir to say a few words.
Celebrating next week, that is from 25th to 31st. The theme of this program is Stay Alive and Team Drive. So while riding, you should be safe. You are coming from where now? You come from Hyderabad. So while coming, you have noticed some accident on the road or something has happened to you. Just explain. Anything has happened to you on the road?
Yeah, we saw
Nothing. See, you are coming all the way from 2,000 kilometers. Did anything has happened?
Not to us, we saw an accident.
But you just see something. So you see, in India, next one. In India, 1.5 lakhs of people are being killed in fatal accident. 2.5 to 3.5 people are being injured, and those people which are killed, 1.5 are youth, the age from 18 to 35. So we are facing, India is facing 2% of GDP loss. So government is making every step. Okay. Government is making every step to improve a fine of road safety. What is the fine of road safety? These are the fines of road safety. First in engineering. Now the roads are being, in Goa you have seen, but the road is not completed. But whatever is required, it will be done. See, the road engineering will be improved. Then enforcement, what the enforcement authorities, RTOs, NGOs, education. In education, in the road safety time, we have been visiting to schools, colleges. Also, the education already started in schools and colleges. But due to pandemic, it has not started for last 2 years. So, fourth one is emergency services, ambulance. This two-wheeler ambulance has started. Already, our Ministry of Transports and Highway, Nitin Gadkari has started helicopter services to take the victim to a hospital within a golden hour. What is golden hour? Hour which is within an hour the person has to take to hospital to save his life. The last one is evaluation, calculation are being done.
My journey on October 11th from Hyderabad, and we've been from Hyderabad to Bangalore, to Chennai, to Cochin, and now in Goa, going forward to Pune.